Came across this video, guys, about AT talking about how to fix the knife crime in the UK. I thought it was super interesting. Thought I had to sit down and react to this one again, give you my thoughts on it, man. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, drop a comment down below. I might even do a live stream after this, but super interesting video about how to stop knife crime and how the US and UK and Irish government are lacking with a lot of their sort of, law enforcement tactics. So let's hear it, guys.
Instead of attacking and arresting everybody for the tweets they've made, because I've never seen the police put in such effort. I've never seen them make so many public threats. I've never seen the police commissioner stand up and say, if you commit knife crime, we will find you and you will pay the price. You will meet the full force of the law. And never, ever.
And to be fair to the USA, like places like Miami, they do put out videos like if you rob people's homes, if you carjack people, you're allowed to shoot the people robbing your house, and we want you to shoot the people robbing the house. That's like a famous Miami mayor saying that. So, or Miami sheriff, to be fair to the US. But in the UK and Ireland, we have such a sissy approach to like knife crime and just violence in general. And my whole thoughts changed after Aisling Murphy got killed. This sort of guy who came in like 10 years ago, and he was like a gypsy or whatever, and he killed like an innocent 23-year-old Irish girl. I actually think that the killing of Aisling Murphy was not only an attack on, young women, young white women, okay, if we put it bluntly, but it was also an attack on basically Irish culture and the Irish people. A lot of people don't understand that the killing of Aisling Murphy wasn't just a killing of a young woman, okay? It was an attack on Irishness. The sort of like, perfect Irish young woman being killed, like, unfortunately.
Until these far-right protests, and now every single police officer is Billy Big Bollocks on the internet talking about how important it is they catch everybody no matter what, no matter how long it takes with unlimited resource. Despite the fact that it's crime-ridden. The entire UK is crime-ridden, and when you call the police for most issues, they don't even bother turning up. They don't seem to care, they don't have time to investigate, but they managed to pull time out their asses for this. Knife crime is out of control in the UK. The police cannot replace the fabric of society, which is morality. We no longer have any morality in the UK because morality is based on the idea of family.
Yeah, like in Japan, guys. When you go to Japan, there's zero crime. When you go to some places, even South Korea, there's zero crime because everybody looks at each other as family and they're like their neighbor. Maybe in Ireland we had that maybe about 20 years ago. But in 2025, we do not have this idea of friendship and morality and brotherhood, camaraderie. Feminism is like destroying culture. It's making women hate men. And then you have a lot of racist people, talking about immigrants coming in when really, Dubai and these Middle Eastern countries have 80% of immigration, but they're the safest countries in the world. So it's not really the immigration, it's the government that is ruining the country. When you have all these things happening, guys, it completely just decays the fabric of society, right?
And in the UK, you have so many people marching down the street, arguing about what a woman is. If you don't even know what a woman and a man is, how the fuck can you have a family?
Yeah, it's true, guys. And how the hell can you have a society? I was listening to an Irish politician right there, and he was saying, oh, we don't even know what it is. And Paul Murphy, he doesn't even label his, beautiful, brand new born baby boy, a son. He doesn't even name it. He says, oh, it's a neutral gender and all this bullshit, guys. Like, how the hell can you even have a society, guys? I mean, we're just changing the fabric of what's real and what isn't in real time, guys. You understand? And obviously, there's limits to it, guys. This is just crazy, woke, crazy shit agenda.
That's what the basis of society is. That's the nucleus of the cell. So if I was in charge of the UK and I had to fix the knife crime epidemic, how would I do it? Well, this is exactly what I would do. I would take the BBC, and instead of pumping out constant COVID propaganda, and instead of hiring sexual predators like that zoologist guy who just got caught fucking dogs, or Hugh Edwards.
Yeah, BBC has a massive sexual abuse sort of issue. Horrendous. The same thing kind of happening in RT as well, and a few other news broadcasting stations across Ireland, but very strange.
Instead of propagating pedophilia and pushing LGBT agendas, instead what I would do is I would start a channel called BBC Punishment. Anybody who stabs anyone in the United Kingdom would receive a full life sentence in solitary confinement in a Spartan cell with a single camera in the corner. And you, as a tax-paying British citizen, at any point can go and see this channel online or on your TV. You can flick to it and watch people grow old. Imagine being a young man, hearing about knife crime in your area, thinking perhaps you're going to pick up a knife one day. Then somebody you know stabs someone, and he gets arrested because he committed a murder. and he gets a full life sentence. And you tune in and you watch and you see him at first. The first few days, it's novel, right? You tune in, you see, look, there he is. He's sitting in the corner of his room, sitting there, not moving. Years pass. You get a job, you meet a woman, you get married, you have kids. One day you're flicking through the channels. 7 years later, you're flicking, and you stop and you see the same guy in the same place, the same corner. Never got married, never had children, nothing. Unless the British state is prepared to show that there are dire consequences, there is going to be zero chance of change in the United Kingdom.
I agree, guys. You know, when there's no consequences to actions, when you tell people it's okay to go crazy, when you tell people it's okay to sleep with 1,000 men in one day, you know, and it's crazy shit like that, when it's okay to stab people, murder people, assault people, you know, attack Irishness and attack sort of the whole fabric of society, then people do that stuff. Okay, if you're said that you are going to get the death penalty if you kill other people, or if you're going to, you know, get life in prison, if you're going to be in the flippin', you know, Scottish Highlands in some prison, solitary confinement, 24 hours a day if you stab somebody, even if you stab them, even if you carry a knife, if you're caught with a knife, okay, and that's not for self-protection, okay, because, you know, I think we should have guns allowed in your home. I think you should be able to protect your home. But if you're caught with this stuff outside, or if you're caught doing illegal activity with it, and not in self-defense, jail forever.
There's no longer any morality. There's no unifying factors in such a thin culture. No, it's not like a country. Let me take a random country, Croatia. I don't know, a country. In Croatia, most people speak the same language. They have the same religion. They watch the same TV shows. They know the same folk stories. There's something unifying the people. England has none of that left.
It's true, guys. It's true. You know, there's no sort of fabric of, you know, connection there. I went there and everyone, I was like, where are you from? And like, you know, they're all British speaking, they're all born and raised there. Like in the US, you'd say, oh, where are you from? The guy would say, I'm from New York, I'm from wherever, no matter what color, the skin, age, race. But in England, I noticed when I talked to the random person on the street, I said, or the taxi drivers, you know, where are you from? Pakistan, India. It's like, dude, like just say you're from England. Like, you know, nobody wants to be from the UK. You know, very few people actually say they're from the UK that are actually from the UK. It's unbelievable. Even my friends, they say they're Irish and they've lived in the UK their whole life. You know, so, you know, there's no loyalty to the UK absolutely whatsoever anymore, guys. It's truly saddening, guys. The country is just, nobody wants to be from there. I mean, it's pretty sad.
Everything is different. Different religions, different skin colors, different attitudes towards the world, different upbringings. Some view the British flag as something to be proud of. Some view it as something to be oppressive. The only thing unifying people in the UK is that if you move there, you have a better life, you get rich. And everyone's starting to realize that that's not true either. Nobody's getting rich because everyone in the UK is broke. The UK is actually a very poor country with a lot of rich people in it. But all in all, it's a very poor country.
Same with Ireland. You know, Ireland, everybody thinks it's like this land of opportunity like the US. It's not, guys. We are not the USA. Ireland is actually quite a poor country. Unless you're in Dublin with a lot of rich IT sectors, a big law sector, education. There are a few sectors that are massive, but apart from that, guys, it's not that rich of a country.
So if you don't have anything unifying the people and you don't have any morality because you don't have any fabric of society, all you have left is the fear of punishment.
True.
And let me tell you something. This piece of shit who stabbed these people today is going to go to a British prison. He's going to spend most of his time outside of his cell. He's going to be fed. He's going to have a lawyer. He's going to be watered. He's going to get exercise time in a gym. And he's really not going to regret his actions very fucking much. And if I was in charge of the UK, I would guarantee he did. I guarantee I could have people thinking twice about pulling a knife on anybody ever. And it's very simple. I would broadcast it throughout the entire fucking nation. And they would know that they're going to grow old alone, that they're going to die alone in a concrete room with a single stool if they think stabbing somebody over some bullshit drug debt or watch robbery, if they think that's worth it, they will certainly pay the price.
I love that, guys. I absolutely love it, you know. And same in Ireland. You know, this guy now that killed Ashley Murphy, or the guy that, you know, stabbed the kids in Dublin and stuff like that, should go away to jail for absolutely forever, guys. And, you know, people should see that, okay, if you do stuff with knives, if you have guns, if you're in gangs, you know, we're going to crack down on you and you are going to be taken dead or alive. Just like the Wild West. If I was head of the Gardaí in this country, or the police in the UK, I would put out announcements every single day saying, your time is coming. Look at me now, gang members and violent people. Your time is coming. We are going to shut you down. We're coming for you. I would employ like the special forces in the UK. I would say, We have the flipping SAS looking for you guys, okay? None of this little shit. Because, you know, the SAS, they send them to foreign wars to go die in some shit country that, whatever, you know, they're trying to, you know, kill innocent people in these countries. I would take the SAS, I would deploy them to the streets of London, and I would say, go and find these gang members and take them dead or alive. Beautiful.
The British state has no interest at all in fixing the issues it faces. It seems only concerned with the cleanup operation. They want to come and put you in jail for highlighting the problems. They want to come and put you in jail for making the population aware of just how badly they're being fucked by their government. But they don't want to fix any of the issues at all. When are we going to have a serious conversation about actually fixing the issues? When is someone going to sit down and take a pragmatic, adult approach? Not waffle, not words, not prayers and thoughts, not locking up the people who talk about it. Actually say, on my watch, there will be no more knife crime.
But the thing is, like, about the immigration thing, guys, like, you know, the places in the Middle East, Bahrain, you have Kuwait, you have Qatar, you have the UAE. These are the greatest countries in the world. In some parts, there's 90% immigration. It's just the way the government handles it. You understand? Strict on drugs, strict on knife crime. That's it, guys. You know, and not this crazy amount of drinking and whatever, partying and going nuts all the time. Just a relaxed society. Just relax. Everyone that is crazy is going to jail, and everyone that's chilled out and relaxed can hang out, have a few beers on the weekend, relax and go home. Find yourself a partner. Put down the knives. I don't understand it.
I don't know if anyone's prepared to make that call. Because we live in a society where men are so cucked and they're so afraid of somehow offending someone that for some reason they've accepted the reality where their women can't walk the streets safely at night anymore. People are accepting living in a capital city where you can't wear a nice watch anymore. They think that's normal. When I talk to people in London and say, I wear an $800,000 watch in Bucharest, Romania, the capital of the poorest country in Europe, and I don't have problems, but I wouldn't wear a watch in London, they're like, who needs a watch? You're in London. It's supposed to be the greatest city in the world, and you think that it's okay you can't wear a fucking watch?
That's absolutely disgraceful, guys.
Your soul been broken to the point where you're just going to capitulate and say, I don't need a watch. I don't need one in case I get robbed. I don't know what level of serfdom
that's crazy
these people are prepared to live under until they finally wake up and understand that there are a whole bunch of civilized countries and a whole bunch of civilized cities in the world where stabbings do not happen. And there's reasons they do not happen. Where people can walk around safely, where women walk around at night,
True.
Where children are safe. These cities exist all across the planet, and London could and should be one of them. True. If we weren't led by treasonous politicians who have no interest at all in fixing the problem. Because
I agree. When I go to Eastern Europe, Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, any of those places, they're the safest countries in the world, guys. Like, there's barely any crime. Japan, you know, Korea, these places have zero crime, guys, because the government runs the country well. You know, nothing to do with these outside problems that a lot of people on each side, left or right, want to kind of, you know, brainwash you into thinking, okay? These are problems run by the government, not the, you know, anything that you can think of.
What they are trying to do, let me give you the insight behind the curtain. They're trying to let it get so bad that you eventually accept giving up all of your freedom for safety. They're allowing this to happen and allowing children to die so that when the stabbing epidemic becomes so bad, people finally accept it's unsafe to leave their houses. That's when they're going to promise you your safety in return for your freedom.
Wow.
It's not an accident. It's very purposeful. And by 2030, the only way you're going to be able to leave your house is with a QR code stamped on your forehead where they know everywhere you go, everyone you speak to, every penny you spend, they're already getting there. And they're doing this purposefully, allowing the crime to spiral out of control so you will swallow that pill. They could fix it. They're not.
I think they could fix it tomorrow, guys, but they're not going to, you know. And if I was a leader of the government, I'd have the flippin', you know, the Irish Army Rangers. I'd have them flippin' patrolling the streets. You know, I'd have not like a fascist sort of crazy country, but, you know, you kind of do it covertly. You know, like you'd have people, you know, that could like infiltrate these gangs. You know, you can have people, but people don't want to do that. Like, we don't have like these like super badass men anymore or something. I don't know. It's like a weird, like in the government, you know, I would do that because if there's any sort of killings on the streets or any sort of crazy shit, that will never happen again if I'm in government, guys. I'll tell you, hopefully one day I get there. I love you all, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want to support my channel, check out the link in the description down below for my Patreon. loads of blocked and uncensored videos. Helps keep my voice going as well. If you guys want to hear more from me, I love you guys all. I'll see you all in the next one, man. Stay free.